Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at Jen's Arty Inclinations, a place to create, share, and play. Hello, everyone. I have such a simple one today, and it's making your own little number labels or word labels from your stamps. So I have this lovely little bunch that I've made, and these ones I've done with some number stamps that I have. So now I'm going to do some word stamps that I have, and I thought I'd bring you along with me. So I'm just going to load up my little stamp, whatever these things are. I want a bit of space between my words. So is that enough? Yes, that's probably enough. I grabbed some book page and then I loaded up some stamps. What I've got underneath me is, this is like a mouse mat. So I've got it on the back because I'm using black. And all I did was I stamped around the edge like this. And just doing it on the mat, I generally will get a better impression because there's a little bit of give behind it. Voila, like this. And so I'll just keep going around. What else can I do around the edge? Let's do a news. So see, I had these book pages and I thought, I'll make good use of them because it just gives you that lovely colour. I love the colour of old book pages. So what haven't we done yet? Now see, I've also got this space. So this is where you can also do little, if you've got obviously any kind of picture stamps, I've stamped like a butterfly in there with a coloured ink pad, and then I fussy cut around it. So that's something else that you can do. But for now, we're just going to fill up the page with words. I find if I rock it, I'll generally get a better impression. Now see, I've gotten the top. I've actually probably pressed a bit too hard on that, but that's fine. You just keep learning as you go along. All right, let's now start at the top. Gently rocking, and now I've got that. So see how this has come out? If I don't want that to go on the page, I could go back out here. That's printed beautifully, hasn't it? And that's why I've got them loaded up, because then I can just keep going. So if it doesn't work, the next one probably will. See that one? I didn't do a great job on that. So I'll just do another one up there and see if I can do a better job. Bit of a better job, but once I actually put the border around it, you'll be surprised. That'll suddenly look a whole load better. Oh, don't want you to be going around the edge like that. I didn't line you up very straight. And that's funny because I did it on the graph one and that's the one I mucked up. But of course, right? Okay, that's the first time I've stamped you. So let's do another one. You'll find the first stamp you do off any new stamp will never be quite as clear as the ones you get after. Okay, so now I've got a whole page. I generally will do a whole load at once, but let's now next try. I'm not even bothering to clean off my stamp. I'm going to pop that one aside just to make sure it dries. But now I'm going to do walnut stain. And let's have a look at how that all looks on the background. So you can see that has given us more subtle impression. Now sometimes with your inks, it's good to actually gently rub over. With these pads, you press to bring the ink up, but to get a smooth, even surface, it's not a bad idea to do a rub. So see how much clearer that is to that. All right, let's do that again. So I'm going to press first to bring all the ink up, but then I'm going to rub, okay? Little press at the end. And let's see how this comes out. Nice. Like I say, this is just one of those things that it's easy to make up your own little labels and your own little words from what you have. We don't use our supplies, or, maybe you do. Maybe you're awesome at using your supplies. I'm a bit hopeless, so, I forget. And that's because I get too much. So we really, need to learn, or I really need to learn to use it more. And I think one of the things I love about this too is I really like making your own work that's a little bit more original, a little bit more unique. Like, doesn't have to be a brand new, never thought of thing before. And I think that's nice. You all know, if you've watched me for any length of time, I love what we create with our own hands. I always think it makes it unique and different and just lovely. So yeah, that's just a little pet adoration of mine. Do you like that? Adoration? Alrighty, now I've got all those. I'm going to put all my stamps aside. And now we've got this page of stamping. Now, even that's a bit fabulous, isn't it? I should scan that. But what we are now doing is, don't need our stamping mat anymore. What I'm calling my stamping mat. You know what? I can probably use my trimmer. So I'm going to trim it up. I've just got this gorgeous little one. Gee, this is handy. I find this and my little mini guillotine so handy. And I am going to run all the way down there, and just to get it nice and close, can I do it? Yes, I think I can. Oh, I might have got it just offline. I did for the notes, because obviously you don't need to watch me cutting every single one out. I just want to show you the process. I want to cut nice and close to the words, and then let's use our scissors. Cut around journey. Let's do that. Sure, let's just face it, you'll definitely cut a lot more accurately than me. We know that. But okay, there we've got a couple of those. And you'll have your own process. When you do this, even if you try and copy me exactly, yours are going to look different. And what else will we do? Let's do cartel postal, because that hasn't quite been a perfect impression because I haven't loaded up my ink pads, etc, etc, etc. I'll just keep thinking of excuses in the background here. Now, first step, we're going to just ink around them really quickly. Now, I'm just using walnut stain to ink around these, and I will be very quick. I don't need to make it too heavy. This is just to give an impression so that you can see it off the little background label piece, and then everybody's happy. And you know, if you want to be really quick, you can even just obviously do it straight on your ink pad. So don't think you have to have a dauber. For years, that was the only way I did it. I remember when I discovered junk journaling and saw people using daubers, I was so excited because for years I'd been using the actual ink pad. So you can probably just see there already. I don't know if it picks it up on the camera, but there's a slight outline to these. And that's what you want, because that just makes them work a bit better off the background. Now, let's have a look. Journey will fit into that nicely. So there, and that is all we do, is we stick it on. So, gluing. Everybody can glue, right? So easy. Well, you can glue if your glue hasn't gotten clogged up. Hello? Anyone in there? Hello? Okay. Let's just take off that. Whoops, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. Too much glue, but not a problem. And then you chuck it in the middle of your offcut from the edge of another piece of paper. See? And then you've got this perfect little label. I just put too much glue on that. But then you've got a perfect little label to use as a little sentiment on something. And if you wanted to, you could even add more. So I'm just going to cut myself off some edges using my knife. But if you wanted, you could even put this within another piece. And in fact, let's do that. Why not, hey? Just so that you can see it. So let's go snippety, snippety, snip. Here we go. Alrighty. And look, I should actually say to everyone who's new, like really new, welcome. I mean, even if you're a little bit new, partially new, I don't know how you define that. But yeah, lots of newbies with us this last month, and it's lovely to see you. I'm thrilled that you're enjoying some stuff here. Normally, I would record and voice over after. I don't know if we're going to be doing that this time, but this is such a quick little one, and I actually had the house to myself for a change, and so I went, okay, I'm going to show everyone this quickly. So now, then you've got a whole nother label. So I'm going to go like that to spread out my glue. I'm then going to flip you And I'm going to flip you again because I definitely want that torn edge at the bottom. And that'll just sort of, you know, cheats way to spread out the glue. But look, I still got it on my finger. And look at all the ink over my hands. That's why I do grungy work, right? Because I'm such a mess. And there you go. All right, now I'm just going to do these up very quickly. I'm just using art glitter because it's what I had to hand, but they work just as well on glue sticks. If you've got a good glue stick that's a permanent one, you know, really any kind of glue will work. If you want them a little bit more defined, you can use a black on the background. And this is how I generally do them. I do a whole heap up together. Another little piece here. That's my last little one on that line. And see, as long as I center it roughly between the top and bottom, if you're a measurer, you'll obviously be a lot more careful when you're doing this. But as long as I center it top and bottom, we're still going to get the right kind of effect. Then you've got a whole heap of little labels to use. Now, you can store them like this. So you can store them away like this and just cut them up as you need them. I, at the moment, am cutting them because I'm having them in these little bowls. And so I just quite like having them to hand. Now here I am cutting that down a little bit more, just so that it goes around. You obviously don't have to. There you go. I decided I'll go along the bottom of that just to bring that up a little bit. And that one looks pretty good. So this one I'll just snippety snip. There we go. Now I haven't even done around the edges of those, but they still look great. But we'll quickly go around just once. See, that is so subtle. You can't really even see that to the naked eye, but it does make a little bit of a difference. And then they're all ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Really, really quick one. There you are. There's your little finished ones that we did today. We've got all of these still that we can keep cutting up to put onto papers. So I'll go away and do some more work, just playing about with those. They're your numbers that I did before, but now you know how I did those. Enjoy, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy.